Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and Wonder Woman issue number 59. There was weird action in this one, but it's what's not happening that's interesting to me in this. So, really quick, let's get into who made this. G. Willow Wilson is the writer. Kerry Nord is on pencils. Mike Gray, or Mick Gray, is on inks. Romulo Fiaro Jr. on colors. Pat Brousseau is on letters. And the Dodsons, Terry and Rachel, did the cover. Jenny Frisson did the variant cover. Okay, and Wonder Woman was created by William Moulton Morrison and H.G. Peter, who H.G. Yeah. Oh God, now I can't remember. DC. Start freaking adding the guy's name. What do you call it? So, Steve Trevor has been captured. That little boy, he's been leading a couple of the other animals and whatnot. He leads them over, and Steve Trevor is there, captured, and he's like, I just need to get back to Wonder Woman. She's alive? Okay. You need to, or she's here. You need me to take me to her so that I can, I don't know, something. I don't even know why he needs to get to her. I would understand it, you know what I'm saying? But still, maybe he's got some kind of pertinent information he's got to give to her. That actually would make more sense than anything, but it's not explained. And I get that, because if he did explain that to them, they would say, oh, give us this information. And maybe he can't. Maybe it would be a bad thing. Or maybe he just wants to go home and he knows that, you know, ain't nobody going to stop Wonder Woman. So, what do you call it? You know, all those people who were sitting there saying, oh yeah, man, Steve Trevor is actually Ares now. This is one of the reasons why I didn't comment on that. Yes, the art looks like it's Steve Trevor, but apparently it's not. Apparently it's not. So Wonder Woman goes and has this conversation with Ares, and he's their typical, he's trying to be a good guy. It's like he's got some kind of memory loss. But at the end of the day, he's trying to be a good guy, but he's still not very different from your typical Ares. Wonder Woman says at one point, can people really change? And that's the big question here, because he hasn't really changed. Not really. You know, it's just he's forgotten some things, but his nature is still that of let's go and kick some butt. And then Wonder Woman actually tries to save some of the people because that's what she does, who he's trying to murder. He actually does murder some people, and like the look on her face is just abhorrent. Like, oh my God, no, you did not. Like, that's Wonder Woman, man. Wonder Woman's love. She's the epitome of love. So, you know, you haven't gotten that yet, Ares. I don't know what to tell you, brah. So, he's ready to actually kill her at one point. What do you call it? The art in this is interesting. All right. It's not the typical art that I'm used to. I'm not overly concerned with that, because it's still good. There are still some really great moments in here. I do like some of the facial features and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? The eyes and everything. Like, you know, it's like some panels are just better than others, and I don't know why that is. But regardless, the art is, I'm not going to say quite questionable, but it's interesting. Anyway, what's his name? Steve Trevor winds up getting away, but so far. And then he gets captured again, and to me it looks like he just got his entire chest cavity collapsed. This dude's got some cracked ribs for sure. There's no doubt about that. I don't care how tough you are. You get hit by a satyr, you going down, son. You're going down, and breathing's going to be difficult from here on in. But they're going to take him to their leader. Oh, so the story continues. You know, the mystery thickens. I'm digging this. So this leader, it's a she. That's all that they're giving us. What, like, are they just going to go with Cersei? Or are we going to go with the typical retinue of villains? Because I'm kind of okay with that. Wouldn't it be interesting if it were Hera? Holy crap, wouldn't that be something? I am interested in seeing where all of these gods have gone. I am genuinely... Oh, it could actually be Grail. Why wouldn't it be Grail? You know what I'm saying? So this could go so many different ways, man. I'm really digging the mystery in here. Now, as far as some of the writing, to address some people questioning, well, I don't like the way that Wonder Woman's being presented because blah, 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 blah. And I don't mean that in an insulting way when I say blah, blah, blah. Just, you know, and forthcoming, you know, whatever else has been said and will be said. I'm giving it a chance. Mind you, it's only one issue that has come out you know, when all that conversation started. Well, here's the second issue. And the second issue, it's still giving me the impression of who Wonder Woman is. She wants to save everyone, even the enemies. She wants to save her enemies. She doesn't want to kill. Oh, she will, but she doesn't want to. This kind of gives me a feeling of the Wonder Woman that I read when Blackest Night, no, right before Blackest Night was happening. When we saw that 3-issue limited series, 3-issue limited run with Wonder Woman Blackest Night, I guess it was, when she was supposed to be a sapphire lantern. You know, at least that's what I thought was going to happen necessarily, but it didn't. When she actually revealed that she's still in love with Batman, that she's genuinely in love with Batman. That was, God, that was probably one of my favorite shorts for Wonder Woman. That was great. And this kind of gives me that feeling. This also gives me a feeling of, here it comes, Animal Farm. Guys, you got to also understand that the way that G. Willow Wilson writes, and again, I'm no expert, but the way that she writes, she likes to bring a lot of analogy into her comics. Blink and you miss it. This feels a lot like Animal Farm for me. I mean, you look at the references, you look at what's being drawn, all these, they're not the manimals or whatever they were called, the man beasts, you know, but there's something to that degree. And they're all having their individual conversations, and they all have their own biases, their own prejudices, and it's interesting. It's very interesting, you know. Shut up, you beakless idiot! I loved that, you know. And I don't trust men. I only trust egg layers. Your mating season is all year long. What does that have to do with anything? What does it have to do with anything? But that sounds like something that someone who's prejudiced would say. Excuse me. All of the fears that we have inside of us, right? We eventually express them. We let it be known what's going on. I remember this one time someone got mad at this shop worker. It was just a worker. It was in a Radio Shack. That's how long ago this was. And I'm there with my daughters, and this woman, she turns to me like, you know, don't follow him. He's a cheater. He's going to steal from you. But I heard enough of the conversation to know that he explained the store policy, and I understand he's just a worker. There's only but so much he can do. She wanted immediate gratification. Why do I keep trying to put an S in there? Gratification. She wanted to be immediately sated, but he doesn't have the authority to do that. She has to go higher up. She doesn't want to do that, or she just hasn't figured that out. She doesn't seem like particularly bright person, so she tries to get me to walk away when I'm just like, okay, thanks, and I just, you know, ignore her, and then I go on and I start talking to the guy. She's like, well, you don't look that smart anyway. Maybe that's why you got that beard. And she walks out, and I'm just like, what does my beard have to do with my IQ? What the hell is the matter with you? So, you know, I didn't say that because she's not worth my time. I usually ignore people like that. Duh. Duh. But that's the recognition that I have in here. You know what I'm saying? What does one thing have to do with the other, for crying out loud? But somehow, So that's what I'm reading in here. I'm reading this as though I'm reading an extension of Animal Farm. And I dig this. I really do. This could still go south. You know, make no mistake. But right now, I'm kind of high on this. I like this. I was excited for her run on Wonder Woman. It's here. I'm digging it. All right, guys. Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.